Hello, hello. I gotta fix the last live and make sure it's just deleted. I was thinking about it. I was like, wait a minute now. I need to make sure I come on right. Good to see you guys this morning. If you're watching the replay, hello, hello, hello. I wanted to give you this quick announcement before we get into it. Make sure you sign up for Wick training. If you've been struggling with your candles, wicking your candles, it's on sale now. It's on sale, and I'm only doing the sale for like 24 to 48 hours because I don't want a lot of people overcrowding it, and I can't get everybody to talk. Also, we got group coaching coming up too, and that is coming. I'm gonna explain a little bit more on what group coaching is, but that is on sale as well. Hey, hey, hey! Good morning. Good to see you. Good morning. Good morning. Our nice spring weather. Good to see you. Um, I'm so excited, guys. This is my favorite time of the year. This is the time where I start really going into my little super creative ways when it comes down to candles. I love spring. I love bright colors. I love the changing of fragrances. Hey, good to see you. Look at my friend. I love the changing of the fragrances and stuff like that. The season is changing, so I would take that you still wouldn't be using pumpkin pie in sweater weather. I hope you put that away. Yesterday I was packing up some boxes, and I was putting all of my fragrance oil in boxes, and I was just looking at like all of the stuff that I had. I was like, wow, I was buying this and I had this big bottle. I was buying that and I had that, and and so I found a fragrance that was called, it was like Peeps. It was a bunny fragrance. Hey, good to see you. I found like a bunny fragrance, and I was like, dang, and it just brought my mind to a place where I was like, it's spring. I'm like, it's time for us to start switching out our stuff and, stop doing the winter themes and the sweaters and all of that kind of stuff. And this is what people look forward to. So, yes, and so I want to tell you guys that before I get all the way into that, tonight, yes, April, I forgot about that. So tonight we have a body wash class, hot process. The reason why I'm teaching y'all hot process, and I want to go over that really quick. The reason why I'm teaching y'all the hot process way is because it's the cheapest, most effective way, and it's not hard. It's like as soon as you get it to just like kind of like rise up or just thicken up, it turns immediately into paste. It's not like making hot process soap at all. It is not nothing in comparison to that. You don't have to worry about it rising up out the pot. You don't have to stand there and make it for an hour or nothing like that. Like hot process body wash is made with KOH, and so that's potassium hydroxide, not sodium hydroxide. The link is inside the Patreon if you want to join from Patreon. If you're in a different country and you want to get just the class, then you go to my website diamondshinesoap.com, and it's under live Zoom classes, and you'll find the link there. I like this hot process way because you get a lot of paste, and I have my paste over there. Um, where my paste at? I had it yesterday. I might have put it inside of a box. I've been packing up stuff. So let me tell you, I was teaching it on a video. I just kind of made a video in a little short class, but I was like, let me make a full blown Zoom class where I can just get people there and you guys can learn that way, and it'd be much easier and stuff like that. Like the cold process way is nothing in comparison to the hot process way. The cold process way really, it costs too much. You get very little suds, because at the end of the day you're not using the things that give you bubbles. Like you get the bubbles from the potassium hydroxide combined with the oils and stuff like that. That's how you get your suds. Now when it come down to that body wash, that hot process, that thing got a lather. When you come down to the cold process, no, it's creamy and it's moisturizing to the skin, but it does not lather well at all. And I don't like it at all. But that's the recipe, and it is what it is. That's what some people don't want to do, the hot process way, because they think it's hard. But no, as soon as you bring it to enough heat, as soon as you bring it to enough heat, it's immediately ready. Like it's like seriously, it's really ready like right then and there. So it's you put it on, we mix everything, pour it in. It's so simple. And I got this to test mine, but like I told y'all, y'all can have the strips. And the strips you can test it that way or whatever as well. And the strips only like $5. I think they're like $4. Well, anyway, I did the candle, guys. I'm gonna show you, and it burned beautifully. If you are in the Patreon, do not put the wick size on the YouTube. Please don't do that, because this is what you pay for, and you don't want everybody getting the stuff that you paid for. Okay, all right. So it burned beautifully. So the wick size is perfect that I put in there. When I first put it up, I put a wick size that was lower than this, just so you guys can test both. I love for you to test both. I don't want you to just go with mine, because this might be what worked for this particular fragrance, and I use a strawberry marshmallow fragrance or whatever. But this was my first burn. It was 6 hours long. Hey, good to see you, Kanika. So the burn was 6 hours long, and this one I'm kind of messing around with. I got to put the eyes and everything like that. I got to put the eyes and everything like that on it, and make it look more, but hey, this is a part of my little spring. Like, hey, we bouncing in the spring. So let me tell y'all a little bit about these little containers, because I wanted to talk about some prices and effectiveness and stuff like that with products. Right now, what we going through with this whole scamdemic. Thank you. And so I wanted to talk to you guys about the scamdemic in the jars, all of that kind of stuff. So first of all, we having wick training, and we got the wick training on sale for 24 to 48 hours, guys. 24 to 48 hours. I did not put the wick training in. So I put it in Patreon, but I snatched it back out. The reason why I snatched it back out, and my friend that is sending me that's messaging or whatever, and she already, if you can contact me on Messenger, and I'll give you, because I remember you told me yesterday that you couldn't wait or whatever the case may be, so I'm not going to do that to you. I'll send it to you, but a lot of people didn't catch it. But anyway, I put it in there and I took it back out because I thought about it, and I was like, I want wick training to always remain the same. I don't want it to be a place where you come and it's 50 people, because a lot of times people will come because, quote unquote, something is free, because you're really not paying for that. Like, when you think about all the classes and materials and everything I put in that Patreon, like your $10 a month or $20 a month really don't cover a candle making class. Like, if you go to somebody like this person or that person, and so I was actually talking about you. I thought that was you that sent it. Well, anyway, look, let me finish talking before I forget. So anyway, let's talk. All right. So I basically felt like it wasn't fair. I was like, when you think about wick training, like Kanika tell you, when we used to have our wick training and stuff, people would talk and ask questions, and we would be on there for like 30-45 minutes just talking, and they would talk about what's going on with their candles, and if the candles is tunneling or if the candles is not burning right. Like, I had a young lady yesterday, the day before yesterday, who sent me a message. She coached with me, and when she coached with me, she waited like a week later, and she was like, Diamond, she was like, my candles is back suiting again, and so the first thing I said was, I was like, okay, if she did everything right, so I was like, just contact me on Messenger, because she contacted me through the Patreon. And so when she said, oh, she took a day to contact me again, and I said, oh, well, I don't think her candles are suiting. I was like, I just came to me. I was like, I don't think they suiting. I think that she had to realize that she needed to trim her wick. And once she realized that, so when she contacted me, she was like, they burning perfect. She was like, I got a good hot throw. They smell amazing. Like, she was like, thank you so much. I was like, yeah. And I said, and and you know, I was like, you know, you need to trim your wick. Like, you need to make sure you trimming that wick. She was like, yeah, you right. I didn't trim the wick. And she's like, when I trimmed, like, basically, she, you know, I posted it. She basically was like, you know, you are the candle troubleshooter. Like, you know what you be talking about. She was like, you know, happy because she finally got her candles burning good. And I was like this, like, you know, I took it like this. I was like, I really want you to make sure, like, you know, you guys come to wig training. Facebook is not wig training. You know, you can't go to Facebook and say, what size wig? And no, we get all the way around. Like, we go, Kanika will tell you, we go in depth. You know what I mean? We go into different waxes. What wicks don't work with this wax? What wicks flow good with this wax? Because you might get on here and something, you might be using this kind of wax, and they tell you, oh, use Eco 14, and you don't know that Eco gonna cause your stuff to blow up. You know what I mean? It's gonna be suit and fire, and you know what I mean. So you need to come, and so you can know. And it's only like $15. Like, y'all be sitting around here playing with these investments. You know, so I have people in my inbox. Um, man, guys, like, I don't be doing all that. You know, in the inbox, like, I don't be. Let me tell y'all, my attention span for, like, you know, Messenger and stuff like that for a long time. Really. Uh, I don't really do Messenger. Like, it's too much in my mind. So I hope you can understand what I'm saying. Like, I don't like a lot of, like, keep getting messages and stuff. I don't like stuff captivating me and taking my attention away from the things that I have to do, because if I do start slacking on what I got to do, y'all gonna be looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, we paying for Patreon and she not even posting nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I try to stay focused. So when the people send me all this stuff in there and they ask me all this, I ignore you. I'm being really honest, and I don't care how you feel. I don't care. I ignore it because I can't, like, I can't take my focus and apply it to this and that and this and that, and then we have classes and the people don't want to come. I'm like, you gotta take time out and do it. You gotta come to the class. So I had one person. I mean, she was in. Let me tell y'all, God did, and this the person that I was just like, yo, I can't even. I don't want to coach you. I don't want to. You contact me at 1 o'clock in the morning. After you contact me at 1 o'clock in the morning, you back again at this, and you back again at that, you back again at that. And I'm like, dog, like, do you ever sleep? Like, you remind me of New York. Like, you the city that never sleep. And I was like, what, like, what's up? Like, why is you keep, like, so I can't do Messenger. So what I try to do is I try to keep y'all in a place where I'm like, all right, this is an outcry. If I keep getting messages about Wicks, I'm like, this is an outcry. Let me go ahead and do the Wick training. I got Wick training scheduled. And so if I have Wick training scheduled, at this point, nobody's getting in Wick training. You have to go on my website and get the Wick training, because I don't want to get a bunch of messages in Messenger. I'm not going to respond. You have to go and purchase it, okay? It's on my website and it's only $15. I don't want people to be sending me messages like, oh, I was in Patreon. Nope. Just do that, because I'm not even going to respond, because I'm not going in Messenger today. I got to get my carpet fresh done today, so y'all could be selling carpet fresh. If y'all want y'all carpet fresh done, y'all better just let me do what I'm doing, and let me. I got somebody else inside of me that asks me for food all the time. They want drinks all the time. So I got a lot going on. I got a lot going on, y'all. Y'all gotta understand. So just go and get in there so we can listen. I'm not gonna leave it at that price. The reason why I raised the price is so people won't come. I want y'all to be able to take your time and talk. I don't like a Wick training if it's 50 people and I'm just, well, guys, no. I'm like, yo, did you get it, Passion? Did you get it, Kanika? Did you get it, Miss Ryder? Did you get that? So and so, did you? I go and call y'all by name in Wick training. That's how we do Wick training. We don't do Wick training where I'm just sitting up there, attention. Make sure no, I call y'all by name. I don't, and I know some people be like, I'm so shy. You know, I get people all the time be like, girl, I'm shy. I don't want to come to the Zoom. Well, yeah, I'm going to call you out with your shy self, and because I want to make sure you got it. And that's what we do. And so group coaching is coming up, and I'm very excited about that. And it's only $18. So group coaching is on sale and it's under $20, and I'm having it on sale for 48 hours because another thing is I told y'all I don't want a whole bunch of people. I want to keep it family oriented like we do. I want to have a good time. This is gonna be the last because I'm kind of in the middle of a journey. So it's gonna be like the last group coaching I do for a little bit. And so I want to be able, I haven't done one in months. So I want to be able to see my people and and so on and so forth. So you better sign up at diamondshinesoap.com and go under live Zoom classes and you will find it. I want to see Kanika pretty face there. I want to see Passion Free. I want to see all of y'all because I'm like, it's time for us to come together and we need to talk about our spring stuff. We need to talk about what we getting on sale, where the discounts at, where it's at, and what product we get for here for cheap, and what we do. We do all of that. We got our last time we got our we all was researching. Then we got our little bath bomb stuff. So I'm gonna do my bath bomb stuff today. I was failing last night with this mold. This mold was giving me hell, but I watched some videos to learn how to do it. So I'm gonna go back and do it again because I said I quit. I told the Lord last night. I said I quit, Jesus. I quit. I don't like it. So I'm gonna go back and do it today because I got a spring thing coming up. We got I don't even want to talk too much about it because I don't want to show y'all. I'd rather you guys see it when I'm finished doing it, and I don't want to waste too much time with it. But yeah, so we got some spring stuff coming up. But anyway, hey, good to see you. So I want to talk about the decisions to make. Like, so we're going to be doing some stuff. This is actually something that we need to talk about in group coaching. So I'm not even going to really talk about that too much right now. But I want to talk about. Hey, good to see you. I want to talk about options for smaller, more cost efficient vessels and things like that. And then I have some new vendors for some discounted fragrances and stuff like that I put up already. But is some people that I know, you come to group coaching, you can get that as well. I'm giving that out, because it's already out there. I put it out there already. So I mean, it's a lot of stuff we got to cover. We got to cover our spring pop-up shops, where we gonna be, buying, like, the stuff we need, the supplies we need, this table set up. Also, there's something that I want you guys to purchase, because it only come out in the spring and it's seasonal, if you selling soaps and stuff like that. So I want to talk about that. We're going to talk about websites and stuff like that, online sales, summer shipping, ways to be able to ship your things in the summer without it melting down, time frames and stuff like that, cheaper options for shipping, packaging, and stuff like that, where you can be able to package and ship a little bit cheaper. We're going to be talking about that. We're going to be going over, we have a lot of, yes, the season is changing. We have a lot of things that we have to cover in group coaching. I mean, group coaching is going to be really good this time. We got a lot of people that launched their skincare business for the first time. A Passion went out. She started selling her body oil, and she said it was a hit the first time she sold it. A lot of people selling the body butters and stuff like that now. So we're going to talk about some, hey Jen, we're going to talk about some containers, options where you can be able to get your containers and stuff like that a little bit cheaper, versus purchasing stuff off of Amazon. My whole idea is to get y'all off of Amazon. I want to get y'all off of Amazon, and that's it, because Amazon is expensive. Y'all may not know that there's the whole other world out here outside of Amazon for jars and stuff like that. I don't like buying nothing off of there, really. I got some stuff up here, a whole box that I'm getting ready to go and take to Kohl's and take today, because Kohl's got the Amazon section, and Whole Foods got it too. So I'm gonna go take that stuff back because I think I spent like $40 on that stuff and it just wasn't right. So I want y'all to get the right containers from the right places. I want y'all to be able to really benefit in your business this year. Like, we have gotten through a couple months of this year, but it's, we still got time, like, to get it right. So I want the group coaching to kind of put you back on the right track. So we have so much to discuss. That's why I pulled it out of, I put it in Patreon, but I pulled it out fast. I was like, if y'all didn't catch it, y'all missed it. Cause I do not want group, no, not group coaching. I put Wick training in there. I don't want that stuff to be like, a bunch of people just come, um, and just just a bunch of randoms and weird and I just rather it be people who really be like, look, I want to invest in my business, like I'm gonna come, I'm going, like, listen, I be praying over stuff like, Lord, Lord, don't send them crazy folk, we listen one time listen, one time we had something, I forgot what it was. It was it was probably a few months ago, it was a long time ago, but we had a class, and I remember it was a young lady. And she goes, I'm talking about, because our atmosphere is so cool, calm, collective. I'm talking about she just was turned up. And we were looking like, well, what the heck? What kind of boat you rolled off of? Like, we don't get like that up in here. You need to go back and get on that boat and fix your wig and think about life. So she ended up calming down because she realized, like, we was like, whoa, we this ain't the type of place where you could just come and be, she recognized the atmosphere, and she was like, I don't want to come off all hard, and 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 we like, no, you gonna have to calm down. So we don't like to have those kind of tight atmospheres. So that's why I say I don't want just anybody coming. I want it to be people that, come and they are sent, not people who just come in because they see a free ticket in Patreon. Half of the people in Patreon that's there now is 222 people. I don't even know them. So I'd rather be people that, like in the groups and stuff like that, or off of YouTube, and they really just want to come and learn and absorb. I don't want no rowdy crowd. Like, don't come with the craziness, because that is not it. But anyway, springtime is coming, okay? So now we're getting into our spring fragrances. We are going to start shopping, putting up our pumpkin pies, like I said earlier, our sweater weathers, are, and getting into more spring types of fragrances. So for me, there's a couple fragrances that I like in particular for the spring. One of them is fresh linen. That's one of them. Um, what's another fragrance I like for the spring? So I like a lot of fruit stuff, like, um, like mangoes, and Gain is good. Gain is really good. Uh, um, Coconuts and pineapples and stuff like that, because all of that is like the stuff that people love to like look after. Like when you think about going to Bath and Body Works for the summertime, spring and summer kind of falls in the same bracket. When you think about going, right now it's more like florals. They use a lot of florals like lilies and a lot of flower stuff because it's spring. So they look at it like, oh, this is the time where you're gonna smell a whole lot of floral stuff. Like, when you come outside, you're gonna look to the side, you're gonna see your plants growing and stuff like that. Things that just was like kind of dead for the winter. Yeah, and so that's she said, we was like, yes, we was like, yo, what is up with this girl? But anyway, so now we starting to get into that season, guys, and just getting ready for it. So my advice to you is to like go on to different websites and start getting samples of their spring line and stuff like that, so you can try out some different stuff and see what fits in your business this summer. Now, if you are selling, because a lot of people just really came from candles, and I trained y'all in candles, and I trained y'all in candles and candles only. And you coming from candles and now you merging into body products. A lot of the companies that I did not recommend for fragrances and stuff like that, I don't think we have a spring here until June. Yeah, but when you're not just dealing with the people where you at. You dealing with the people all over the world. So, you're gonna be shipping and stuff one day. So we're gonna think about them people, because where we at, we got 80-degree weather. So well, no, where I'm at is 70. I know it's other places that's like really hot right now. They got 80-degree weather. I know Philadelphia weather is really nice right now. I know that when the weather change, people's mindset starts to change. So it's not too much of what it feels like. I mean, what the calendar say. It's about like, once the weather start kind of breaking and changing, like, because once we get to like around Easter, that's when the weather like really kind of sets in. Like right now we get the little burst, little spring burst weather. And so today it'll be hot, then tomorrow it'll be cold, and then it'll be back hot again. So we get little bursts. And then when it comes down to like Easter, which is slowly arriving, and once we get to like Easter, that's when we get our constant. She said it's nice now, it's 70 in New York. Yeah, that's when we get our she said snowstorms in the neighborhood. Well, that's because you up there in uh you up there in the mountains, you up there in the cold. You up there with Santa Claus. So that's why it's cold where you at. But when you move away from Santa Claus, then your weather gonna change. Well, anyway, she in the North Pole, y'all. She in the North Pole. So, anyway, but the mindset is changing. So people are starting to like, come out and they start to do their spring cleaning and stuff like this. The favorite part of the year, if you have a house. Because when you got a house and you need some home decor, you go to the good neighborhoods and stuff like that and do your yard selling. Y'all know what I'm talking about. This is the time where people start doing their spring cleaning and they put out everything. I'm doing some kind of sort of spring cleaning. And getting rid of stuff. Yesterday I was like, dang, I don't want to use these bases because they not right. It's two fragrance oil bases, and I'm like getting rid of stuff and throwing it away. Virginia candle and what was it? I think I did a video on it, and I said flaming candle. They have really bad body spray base. Like it was just horrible. But anyway, is I honestly think that they're gonna change it. I don't know if you guys checked it out yet. Oh, so let me give y'all the tea. While we here, we talk about this really quick. It's a sidebar. The tea is, so y'all already know Wholesale Supplies Plus took over Flaming Candle. Wholesale Supplies Plus has started bringing some of their little raggedy products that we don't like. The stuff that I be like, don't buy it. Like they took remember we loved the Flaming Candle thick whipped sugar scrub base. They don't sell it no more. They done moved over to Crafter's Choice, and Crafter's Choice got the most watery. Let me tell you something. It was so watery. I sold it. I bought five, no, I bought like 10 containers of it one time. They had it on sale, and I was selling sugar scrubs a lot. So I bought it in bulk. I was like, let me get like 10 containers of it. And I think it was like maybe like four or something. And I had, I just, maybe a little bit more than, I sold it on Marketplace. I sold it on Marketplace. I got rid of it because it was so watery. I do not like Crafter's Choice, base. And eventually I'm gonna make a base or whatever, teach y'all how to make it yourself at home. So you don't have to buy it. That'll be like in April. It won't be in March. But anyway, long story short, like I said, the mindset is changing in people. So now it's time to start preparing. So start getting all of those little spring fragrances. Start making your little bright candles, and put away all of the winter stuff and just kind of start bringing out the spring. So preparing yourself for spring. Easter is coming. So we got a lot of little Easter stuff we doing. We don't do a lot of, we don't overload holidays. When I say that, I mean like, I don't do a whole lot of, like, if I'm gonna do holiday, I'm gonna do like maybe a few things holiday and that's it. We don't get crazy on Valentine's Day, get crazy on Christmas, get crazy. Because remember, once it's over, you going to be stuck with those products. Because ain't nobody coming back buying Easter stuff in the summertime. So it's better to make small quantities unless you know you're going to move it. If you know you're going to sell it, then it's something different. But if you know you ain't going to sell it, don't even do it. Listen, yesterday I got really, the day before I got really creative. I made me an ice cream cone. Listen, I'm getting ready. I don't know about y'all, but I'm getting ready for the spring, summer stuff. I wanted my ice cream cone. I got me a little scooper. Okay, so I can put my little ice cream scoops, candles. I'm not about. I ain't playing with y'all. So I made me listen. I couldn't get this mold nowhere. I wanted my own. Listen, when you be buying the molds from like different websites and stuff like that, they be having the most crazy looking molds. And they be little when they arrive and stuff like that. I was like, I want to make this myself, so I ended up making it myself, and just sitting there, just having patience and doing it. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm putting me some little ice cream cones and stuff like that in my candles. So this is my embeds. I just wanted to test it out and see how it would look. And this is my embeds from the mold that I made. So I was like, look, I'm gonna make me some on my own. Now, um, if you want to make the molds. Remember, the material, everything that you need to make these little molds, you can go inside the Patreon and it's in there. So you don't have to pay for that class. It's already in there. And you guys will really like it. It's so easy to buy this stuff. You can go and just pick it up and just make you a mold. And it only take you about, I think, 30 minutes for this to really set up. This sets up in 30 minutes, so you can make this at home. So I didn't have to pay for this. I made this at home. And the bunny one that everybody see, this came from a cookie. I made this bunny one at home from a cookie. And this is the result of that. So when it came down to my Oreo molds and stuff like that, like if I got an emergency and I don't want to order no stuff online, I will do it at home. But I don't use that white stuff you can get from Walmart. No, I like to use a real one that I can keep using over and over and over. And as you guys can see, this came from last year, Easter last year, when I did that video on how to make the wax melts from this bunny. So, they last a long time. So so I got my little ice cream cone. So listen, I'm getting up. I'm getting ready. I'm going to be doing some nice little dessert candles and stuff like that. I'm coming back with my dessert candles for people. Because of the Patreon. The Patreon got me back fired up. Like, let me give y'all something to work with. Y'all seen the strawberry shortcake when we did the other day. It was really, really, really cool because it burned beautifully. It burned beautifully. I burned it for 6 hours. The reason why I burned for 6 hours is because I forgot that it was on. I did. I came back in the living room and I was like, well, dang. I said, I need to cut this candle off. This candle been burning. How long this thing been burning? It's been 6 hours. It smells so good. It smells so good. The living room was lit up with that strawberry fragrance. And my God, it was so amazing. It was so amazing. I was like, dang. I need to make some more because I love the tin, because the tin burns way different than a glass jar. If you are seeking a good hot throw and you are, you've been using the glasses and you get a good hot throw out of the glasses, try the tins, honey, because the tins ain't nothing to play with. The tins is on a whole different level, okay? So try the tens. Well, anyway, I posted the wick size in the Patreon, so you guys have access to that wick size. As you can see, it burned beautiful at 6 hours straight. So when I trim these wicks and I go back for the next burn, it's gonna burn even better. So that's the right wick for the wax and everything, the wax combination. And if you have to wick down, you probably just had to wick down once. But guess what? You didn't have to test 10. You didn't have to test 12. So come on up. So that's why you need to bring your tail on over to Wick training. That's why you need to sign up. Wick training is on sale just for now. You need to come because this is something that you don't want to keep doing. I remember every Saturday I used to hear Kanika's voice in Wick training. And I'd be like, is that Kanika? every passion, and every single Saturday I would be like, she'd be like, "Hey y'all, good morning." And I'm like, "I know you not back here again. I know you not back here again." It'd be every weekend she'd be back because I used to do wick training every Saturday, and it was worth it because now she could wick her candles and. She has no problem with picking up new jars and stuff like that. When she pick up new jars, she don't go into a limbo. She be telling me, you know what I'm saying? Kanika be telling me what size jars to use. I mean, what size wick to use. Like, oh, this burn beautiful in that. This burn beautiful in this. This burn beautiful in that. And then she'll get a vessel and she'd be like, cause she never asked me. She'll never be like, Diamond, what wicks go in that? She not that kind of friend, and I appreciate that because those, somebody posted in Facebook the other day. Somebody said in Facebook the other day she hates wig questions. I was like, that's not that I hate wig questions. I just hate when people just think that they're gonna come to Facebook and Facebook gonna save their life and give them a whole business. That's not how life works because it didn't work like that for me. It didn't work like that for those who are on this YouTube. It was not like that. We was not able to go to Facebook and get our wig sizes and get everything we need. So I'm not going to give you that false pretense that you're going to come on here and your whole business going to be launched from a Facebook group. I'm not even going to put it out there like that. You have to work. If you want to make sure that people's houses don't burn down, and you can, let me tell you something. I told somebody this the other day. How would you feel if you got the news a day, maybe, you woke up in the morning, you got the news that somebody's house burnt down and they children and they was out of a house because of a house fire. And they say, well, what was the cause of the fire? Because of a candle. Just imagine. How would you feel? How would you feel if they said that, or even worse, you find out that people died in the house fire because of the candle? You wouldn't feel good. You would really be upset. You would be hurt. You would be devastated on the inside. It probably would make you quit, and you probably would never want to do it again. Well, let me tell you how real it is. It's that real. I watched this video with a man with dementia, and they had a candle, and the candle was burning so bad that it lit the curtains on fire. Once the curtains were on fire, everything just went and ignited in the living room. The man was with dementia. He was just sitting there in his chair like this. He was just sitting there like this, and he didn't even know it was a fire because in their minds, it doesn't register to them. So he was just still sitting there in his chair, and luckily there was somebody home. They ran and got him and picked him up and drug him out of there. But the whole house pretty much burnt down, and it was all from a candle. They watched it on video because they had the house like had video surveillance in each room, and they watched how the candle just went whoosh. And it just lit the curtains on fire, and then from there it set everything aflame. And I was like, dang, all that from a candle? Yes, it's that serious. You need to make sure, because I talked to people. It was one young lady, and I'll never forget this. And I say, she said, she wanted to put 18% fragrance inside of a candle. And she was on Facebook asking. She was like, this particular wax, people say I could put 20% in here. I just wanted to know, could I put, 18% in there? And I was like, 18%? I said, you trying to really start some, you don't want no problems, hoot. I said, you really trying to start a fire. Like, what is your problem? Are you for real? This is a joke, right? No, unfortunately, she was very serious about that. She was really serious about it. And I just was like, I was so surprised. Like, I was like, people think like this? So there's people out there that really think if they put and the reason why they go after 18% is because they can't smell their candles. So they think that if I put more fragrance in there, then I'm going to be able to smell my candles. But that's not the case. A fragrance load alone does not determine a hot throw. There are a number of variables. You must have the right wick size. You must have the right amount of fragrance. You must have the right pouring temperatures. Okay, and then another thing is what you put in the candle too. So if you want to be the person to put all this color and stuff like that, and so you have to have the right combination of all of that. It's a science. So adding 20% fragrance won't give you a hot throw. It'll actually um it'll overload the wax and you can't smell it. Let me tell you how I know this. When I was doing my candles and I was putting a certain percentage in there, I couldn't smell my candles. I could not smell them. And then when I lowered the percentage, it was like they were strong. And then I had another young lady, because when I first started out my candle making, I had a candle making buddy. It's always good to team up with a buddy. And I would talk to this young lady all the time. We would just chat all the time. And so we both was testing. I was using a certain wax, and she was like, "How is that wax?" She was like, "Cause I don't want to switch over to this." I think I was using it was the soy wax, but it wasn't 464. It was the most horrible soy in the world. It was and I think it was from that company that make the, what is the name of this company? Shoot, I don't even know. I would have to figure out the name of the company, but it was a really bad soy wax. It was terrible. And I was making my candles with that, and she was like, is it good? Because I ain't gonna try it. And then she was like, "Girl, let's try this particular wax." And I was like, okay. So I ordered it, and I started smelling my candles. Even though I wasn't burning them, you know what I'm saying, with the right size wick, I was over wicking them because I was just learning at the time, but I was smelling them. I was smelling them, so I felt hope. Cause ain't nothing worse in the world when you can't smell nothing, and you like telling people like, you can't say, "Can you smell anything?" Like when I had a mailman at the door and was like, "Ooh, what's that smell?" Like he smelled hot chocolate because I made hot chocolate, and he smelled it, and he was like, I was like, "Yes, people can smell them. People know. People smell." They wasn't the right wick size, but I knew I was on the right track, and I was so excited. I was very excited. So you want to make sure that you come to wick training, because that's what you need. You need to be before people who tell you their problems and stuff like that, and then when you incur those problems, you'll know how to handle it. And it's only like what, like $15 in group coach. Like, y'all better go to my website and get it, and get in there, because it's only gonna be there today and tomorrow. And after that, I'm snatching the price back up. I'm taking the price up because I don't want to see a whole bunch of people. Okay. So the wick training help you to get it right the first time. This was the first time burning candle. And for this to be 6 hours, it burned. And I put the results up there on YouTube, so you can see it on YouTube. You can see my shorts that I posted yesterday from the time I lit it into 6 hours later. So it burned really good for 6 hours. And I was like, man, this is good. The flame was pretty. The flame was very beautiful and calm, even after 6 hours. Because 6 hours is more going. If once you go past 4 and 5 hours, you're going into an abusive burn. And what an abusive burn is, that's when the wicks start kind of separating and mushrooming, and it just kind of gets a little bit wild. It's not as tamed as it was at 4 hours and 5 hours, or maybe 4.5. That's called an abusive burn. So if you can have an abusive burn and it's still burning beautiful, you got you a good wick. Okay. So that's that. Well, anyway, I don't want to hold y'all up all day, but that's what I was talking about, like, getting into the spring, start getting everything ready. We're going to really go over a lot in group coaching about spring products, things to buy, cheaper options to buy is shipping options. I said that already. Uh, how to ship your stuff in the summertime, because the weather is starting to get hot in different places. So you want to make sure that when your stuff get there, it's not melted. And it's not just for candles, it's for body butters and stuff like that. Because, body butters do melt too. Because that's oil. So, it does melt. So you want to, I want to give you guys a vendor where I was buying my ice packs and stuff from for a relatively low. So you guys could be able to get that. I'm gonna be shipping. I'm gonna be shipping very soon because I'm getting ready to relaunch my business. I'm just in the middle of something right now, and once I finish with that, then I'm gonna start, putting my products out there. I'm gonna start selling my candles and stuff again. As far as containers, guys, we gotta talk about that in group coaching because I done changed my whole heart when it come down to containers because containers is just getting a little bit pricey. So I just had some different ideas, and I have one more. Like I put one out there, but I want to give you guys one more option. That's gonna blow y'all mind. So I really want to wait until we get close to group coaching to do this particular project, so that the people in group coaching can kind of get access to it and be able to buy the product at a cheap price. Because when I put stuff out there, we stop being able to get it. I did this. What was it? The fragrance base. Kanika begged me for a long time. Please do a video so we could do some fragrance and make some room spray. Please do. Please, 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 please. And I finally did it. I did it. And don't you know that darn company went out for? Don't mention the company, y'all, because if y'all mention it, y'all gonna be able to get none because they just went back in stock. Um, they went out for about a good, I think for like a month. They went out of stock. It went out of stock. They did not have the room spray base for a whole month. They ain't got they got it now. They got it now. So I was telling people yesterday, like, yo, get your stuff, get your stuff. I was telling people privately. I never posted it in Patreon because I was like, if they don't, y'all better get it, because and I talked to a few people and they was like, I ordered mine. I ordered a whole gallon. I ordered a whole, and so I'm not too much interested in selling it. I'm gonna sell blunt spray. I know that sounds kind of like hood or whatever, but I'm gonna sell that one because I like how strong it is and people like it. They buy it in gas stations and stuff like that. So I'm gonna do that one. I don't want to do that fragrance room spray. Like it's okay because you can use it on your clothes. I spray my body with it, but I want something that's really, really ghetto and strong. So, listen, y'all. I'm preparing to deal with poopy diapers all over again. So, I want something ghetto and strong. Like this is coming back. I ain't had a poopy diaper to change, and my youngest son is about 5. So it's been a long time since I changed some stank butt, and um, so I'm like, I want to get the strong one. I want to get the strong one because I'm like, I want to be able to knock that smell out, because I don't like to smell diapers. I hate the smell of that. I be changing the baby and running at the same time. Like, take it outside, put it in the trash. Like, yes, it can't stay in the house. So, like, yes, I'm like, man, I ain't prepared for that. Man. I was buying, I'm a couponer too, and I was buying a bunch of diapers, and I was like, dang, because one of my kids already graduated from high school. She 18, and I was like, man, like I'm finna do this all over again. Like I gotta do this all over again. Oh Lord. So yeah, so I'm gonna do the blunt spray or whatever. And that would really sell, definitely sell. I would probably just take that to like pop-up shops, and it's not really blunt spray. It's just this spray that you'll find at the gas station, and you spray it and you like, God almighty knows. You got to be more careful. That's how that one smells. It's real, 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 real strong. The only thing about it is the blunt spray is oil based. You can put I think like 20% in it, and the body spray is just you put like 10% in it, and that's alcohol based. So when you use that body and room spray base, you do smell that alcohol at first. Like how you go and get you a some spray from, let's say you go to Family Dollar, you want to get some body spray, and you smell that whiff of alcohol, you smell that at first. So but with the blunt spray, you don't smell that. You just smell straight, and so with oil based, it's not really good to use it in a house. I don't recommend it unless you have like a carpet. But if you have hardwood floors, because one thing about the spray is a mist, so it goes out as a mist and it does fall. And when it fall, it's gonna fall to the floor. So you don't want it to be like something that falls to the floor and go on your hardwood floors, and you have issues with it because it's an oil, and we don't want it to like mess up people hardwood floors. So but they don't tell you that in the gas station. It's just me. I'm telling you that. They just gonna sell it to you and be like, blunt out spray it in the car. I like to spray it. You spray it in the car and make your car smell good. Because what I do is when I spray it in the car, I spray it towards the floor, towards the carpet, and it just kind of rise up and smell good. So people love it. It sell a lot. One of the biggest companies in Georgia is what's the name of it? I think it's like Chronic Killer or something like that. I forgot the name of this company. It's like they got a Jamaican type of wrapping around there. Then they sell it at every gas station you go to in Georgia. You find it. These people became millionaires. They became millionaires off of that spray. Like they was selling that spray everywhere you go. You see that spray in Georgia. Like every gas station. If you're going to Sunoco, you're going to Quick Trip, they got this stuff in there, and so it sells. And I have a friend who was making his, and he was selling his, and he would be out in the parking lot, and he'd be like, I got this, I got that. He sold oils and stuff like that, and that was one of his top sellers. He would sell lemongrass. He would sell lemongrass like he lost his mind. So that's something that I'm going to put out there. I probably won't put it in Patreon because we've gotten on that second tier. We've gotten 60 people on there. So I don't. What I don't want is I don't want the product because the product is really cheap. You can get it really cheap. The base you can get it really cheap, but I don't want it to be hiked up. I don't want them to hike the price up because of the volume. Because one thing about a business is if a business notice that they get in a certain level, a certain volume of a product selling, they increase the price. So I'm gonna put that on my website because well, I think that'll be better. That way it'll be just kind of more controlled of how much it's selling and how many people purchased it and stuff like that. Like with the vendors list, I delete the vendors list. I had a young lady come. I gotta tell y'all about that. Um, so I had somebody come to me and was like, I want fragrance. She was bold. I like her. She was like, look, you got a nice little vendors thing on here. But she's like, I'm looking for fragrance for $5 a pound. And she said $6 a pound. And I think she may have watched me on YouTube or something when we talked about it. And I was like, well, I'm not putting that in here. Like I don't like y'all got the game messed up. You got the game messed up for real. Like I would never put that in here. Cause some people only get on the $20 tier for a month and they like, I'm gonna just get all the vendors and I'm gonna leave. You ain't about to run off with my vendors like that. I put vendors in there that's cheap and that's affordable, but the real vendors is on my website under that vendors list, and that's controlled. If I see it's been used too many times, I delete it and I remove it. You won't even be able to find it no more. So, because that means that somebody's sharing it, and if I feel like somebody's sharing it, I'm gonna delete it. So so that I was like, it's not on here. It's on my website. And you too cheap to buy it. That's on you. I'm just letting you know because it doesn't bother me when you don't buy it because all I say in my heart is more for me. Like when I go back, because I was buying the banana pudding from them for a long time, and the banana pudding was under like $6 a pound, and I was reselling the banana pudding, and the banana pudding was the strongest, but eventually they ran out because it was that good. It was everybody. They still ask me to this day, Diamond, when you gonna get that banana pudding back? When you gonna get that was the best banana pudding? Can we get a banana? And I'm like, dog, I wish I can get it back for myself. I got a few bottles for me, but once I'm out of them bottles, I'm like, it's all over. So yeah, so I had that, and then they had a strawberry fragrance, and that was probably like maybe about 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, going on 2 years. They had a strawberry that was really good, and I was like, dang, I should have racked up on that strawberry at that time. And they were under $6 a pound. So that's on my website. It's under the vendors list. If you go on there and you purchase the vendors list, Um, you know, that stuff's still on there. They still have it on the website. I was just on there yesterday, just checking to see do they still have all of them, and they do. So I was like, yes, I can still come on here and buy some because when I launch my business, I'm gonna have to go and get it in bulk. I got buckets of that fragrance. Like that's how much I was buying it and selling it. So, but fragrance lasts a long time, so I'm like, cool, I'm okay. Anyway, yeah, so that's it. That's all I had to talk about. We was talking about the event. We talked about the event. Oh, so I forgot to tell y'all I didn't mention this to y'all because I didn't care whether or not people came. I didn't care because I was like, I'm gonna record it anyway. But we have the Sugar Scrub base class tomorrow too. That's at 11. Yes. Yes. So that's at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and we're gonna be on there, and we're gonna make the Sugar Scrub base, and we're going to basically make something that we can sell. I think I might have some just to show y'all that I made a few weeks ago from the base. Y'all want to see it? If y'all want to see it, I go get it. I think I got some that I can because I packed up a lot of my stuff. I think it's a box that's still kind of open that I can dig in and grab it. But we made a sugar scrub. I made a sugar scrub base. Um, and I made it probably about a month ago. And when I came up with the recipe and everything like that, I said, okay, we're gonna do a class. I'm gonna get it, Treva. I'm gonna do a class so that people. Let me go grab it really quick for y'all, so that people can have an option to make this in a business for other people. Like basically, I can sell a container of it. Let's say I want to make an 8-ounce container. I can basically fill up an 8-ounce container, and they can make it themselves and sell it, resell it. Like, you know, some people like your sugar scrub that much that they like, girl, I want to sell your sugar scrub. I want your recipe. I'm not giving you my recipe. That's first and foremost. But what I do have is a base. And the base is good. So let me go ahead and get it. I think I have a box over here that's open because a lot of my boxes is already packed and ready to go. I got a box. Okay. All right. I got a box. I don't know if it's in there. Hopefully there's one in there. If it's not, then we just gonna have to make it tomorrow in class, and then I'll just come back and show y'all what it came out to be. Let me see. I might have some in here from because it was I was making them up for a pop-up shop, and this is my little whip soaps that I had made for the pop-up shop. They came out so cute. I called it Mr. Softy ice cream. It came out so cute. So adorable. I'm looking to see if I got one in here, y'all. Just be patient with me. Because I was selling them. Them jokers was selling. So, there's no telling if I have one. Nope, I don't think I do. Because they was selling. Those, sugar street, and it smells so good. I think I made it green and something else, like 2 different colors. So, let's see what this is. No, I don't have it. I don't think I do. And I don't want to pull out one that ain't it, because you got to see the actual texture. So I guess tomorrow when we make it live, then I'll just come back and bring y'all some on a live so you can see it or whatever. Yeah, because the ones that's in here is like, they all like different. They different than what the texture is, the one we doing tomorrow. So I really can't compare them. Yeah, I have to go in. They in different boxes. So tomorrow, after the class, I'll come back And this was another one that I did for the pop-up. This one came out really cute. Um, this was I called it cold treats because I was doing like a little ice cream theme. So it's called cold treats. And I just was rushing, put this label on there, didn't even spray it or nothing. It's just like, I was like, I gotta get this stuff out of here, you know. And I put the little strawberries on top. Some of them I did the big strawberry and then put some glitter on it. And, yeah, some of them I did the big strawberry and some of them I did the little one. But people loved it. They really did love it. And then just, you know, this was one of them, the texture of it. And this is like a month later, like it's really, it was a nice real texture. Now this is my emulsified sugar scrub. So that's kind of sort of like the one that we did. And this one, I gotta push it down because it's, I had this thing upside down. The box is shaking up, so I don't want it to come out when I open it. Yeah. And this one was, you see how soft that one is? And that's after months later. I made this like maybe like 2 months ago. Yeah, and this the texture of that one. I love the texture of this one. Yeah, so we doing the base. We doing the base so people can, just buy it. And the only thing they have to do is add fragrance to it and preservative, and they can basically sell it on their own or whatever. And they don't need you no more. They can just buy it from you. So you can become the vendor. So if you want to sell that base on Etsy, if you want to sell that base on Fair, we got that class coming up tomorrow. It's not too late to get in there. It's not too late. That was not offered on Patreon. Some things I don't put on Patreon. A lot of things I don't put on there because it's just, I don't want it overcrowded with a lot of questions and, weird questions and stuff. Like when people know that they're there and they just want to talk, you just get the wrong crowd. So I learned from that. If you want to make it a certain kind of way, you got to do certain things. So this was my chocolate version of Mr. Softy ice cream. They came out good, really, really good. So so basically it's vanillin ain't nothing to play with, honey. When I did the chocolate one, I knew that. I was like, I know that this vanillin gonna turn it brown. And it did, but it was cool because it was already brown. So I was okay with that. But I don't have issues with my scrubs turning because this is obviously, we all know that this is vanillin prone because it's vanilla. Like anything that has vanilla has vanillin in it. So we know that, but it's not brown. Most people who make scrubs complain because they scrubs come out brown. And mine don't, because I learned what to buy and what to put in it or whatever. And I think I put that in Patreon already. I might have put that vendor in there already for you guys to get it, to keep your scrubs and stuff from turning brown. But anyway, that's it, y'all. I don't want to hold y'all up because I know most of y'all got to work and y'all got things y'all got to do. Some people working and talking to me at the same time. I don't know why. Cause I need to take and go to another pop-up shop and get rid of this stuff. You know what happened? I went to the pop-up shop and I went on Super Bowl Sunday. It was Super Bowl Friday. Friday I did really good, sold a lot. But I came back on Super Bowl Sunday and it was the mall was empty because everybody was home for the Super Bowl. And these people, they love sports and they love bourbon. They like bourbon and they love sports. So I was like, that's it. I don't know why I came today. So I need to go to another one just to kind of get rid of this stuff. Because I honestly really didn't care. I was like, whatever. It is what it is. But, So, yeah. So I ain't going to hold y'all up. Y'all go ahead and have y'all a lovely, wonderful work day. I'm going to get to mine. Remember, we talked about this. Making your own molds. We have a class in Patreon for that. So join Patreon, and it's a class in there for that to teach you how, so you can do it at home. And you want your realistic looking molds, you want to make them at home. And then we talked about our wick training. If you have trouble wicking your candles suiting, or they not burning properly, or you can't smell them, wick training is on sale for 24 to 48 hours on diamondshinesoap.com underneath live Zooms. Okay. Which class, Tamika? The sugar scrub one, the sugar scrub base class. And then what else do we have? We have the Sugar Scrub Base class that's coming up on Saturday. And that is on my website, diamondshinesoap.com, underneath live Zoom classes. Then we have the group coaching coming up, where you can get more than what I gave you on this YouTube. Because remember, I'm very limited to what I talk about on here, because there's too many people that watch it. So we go in depth, and we doing that, and it's only $18 for today and tomorrow, and after that I'm gonna change the price. So we got that coming up. And then tonight, if you come in tonight, I can't wait to see you. Tonight we doing our body wash class. So we're gonna do hot process body wash. I'm gonna teach you how to do it that way, the most cheapest and effective way. It's a non-drying recipe. A lot of people put recipes out there, and the recipe dry your skin up like the Sahara Desert. This is a very good recipe. It doesn't dry your skin out. It has a really good, nice lather. Get your butt clean. You smell good afterwards. Listen, if I'm gonna put a recipe out there, I'm gonna be very honest with y'all. I'm a big girl. So, if it worked for me, I know it's gonna work for everybody else. I'm 5'11", and I got a nice little rumper dump up in here, little baby, and little thighs and everything like that. So it's a real good recipe. You're gonna love it. It's something that you would really love. And then we got the basic candle making class tomorrow, where I teach you how to make a basic candle so you can come away with something. You've been working hard on your candles and they don't smell like nothing. So you come in and you make a basic candle with us, so you have something to start your business and start selling, because you spent a lot on products. So you can come tomorrow. You can find that underneath live classes on diamondshinesoap.com. That's live Zoom classes. And then you can also join from Patreon. If you're a Patreon member, the Zoom is already in there. So we got that. So we have a busy schedule coming up, y'all. But two of them are, you don't have to work with your hands type classes. And the other ones are just classes or whatever. They workshops. So we got our workshops. So I will see y'all tonight. We're going to be making some body wash paste tonight. We're going to be making the paste. And we're not going to dilute the paste, because that's going to take too long. But we're going to make the paste tonight, so you guys can get a feel for it. So I can't wait to see y'all. I'll see y'all tonight. I'm going to go ahead so I can get ready for making this carpet freshener. I'm going to make the carpet freshener video so I can post it on Patreon. I don't think I'm going to put it on YouTube. I think I'm just going to put it on Patreon. So we'll see. All right. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. All right.